Oh. Hey. I didn't see you there. Sorry, I've been balling on a budget. As you can see, I've got these baller window curtains. I've actually been balling so hard that I've had these curtains installed for about 4 months now, and I'm just now filming the intro and outro video for it. I've just been so busy being a baller. So, if you want to ball on a budget and want to know how to be a baller, I'm going to show you how to install these VIP awesome window curtains. That way, you can be all kinds of private and have alone time and have some privacy and stuff. When you're in your car, you can just close the curtain and do whatever the hell you want. So stay tuned. Okay, so here is the kit that we're going to be installing. I actually got 2 of these. I got these off eBay. They're a 2-pack, so you have a curtain for 2 windows, and my car has 4 windows, so I got 2 packs. I think they were about $25 each, so I spent $50 for all 4. You probably could make these cheaper if you were good with fabric and stuff, but I'm not, so I opted to buy these. There are curtains that are like name brand, and they're super expensive, like $130 for the pair. So I just got the cheap eBay one, so this is VIP on a budget. The only tools you might need for this is a heat gun. You might need this. I would recommend using it. And you might need a little bit of super glue, and I'll show you later in the video why. So let's go ahead and open this. I already did the passenger side, so now this kit will be for the driver's side. Oh, there goes part of it, but this right here is a 50 centimeter ruler, so I guess you could keep that if you really wanted to. And when you open it, you're going to have 4 rails and 2 curtains and 2 Velcro straps and 2 clips, which I'm not going to use because I can't really use them on this car. So you can do this one of 2 ways. You can install the rails on the car and then put the curtains in, or put the curtains in the rail and then install it on the car. I'm going to, because we're using super glue, I'm going to install the rails first and then put the curtains on so I don't get any super glue on the curtain accidentally. Now, there's 4 rails here. 2 of them are plastic, 2 of them are metal. I'm not sure if this is in the directions or not. Like I said, it's in Japanese or Chinese. I found out on that side, the metal ones bend a lot easier than the plastic ones. And as you can see here, this has a significant curve on it. So what I learned on the other side is to take the metal one. You can obviously tell by feeling these. There's 2 metal and 2 plastic ones. Take the plastic rail and set it on the bottom, because that doesn't need to bend. And then you take your metal one and put it up here because it's going to bend. So let's go ahead and install this bottom plastic one, and then we'll install the metal one. So on these rails, you can see there's a little notch right here. That's where you're going to put the curtain in. It can go on either side, but it's probably going to be easier if you put the notch on both sides. So I'm going to set this here with the notch on that side for that one, and the same thing up top. I have the notch here, and I'm going to set this right in between this plastic piece and the rubber kind of window guard thing. Right down in here, just like that. As far up against this pillar as you can. So now I'm going to take off this 3M tape cover. I'm going to use a heat gun now to make this tape stickier, because without it, it's really not that sticky, but heat makes it a lot stickier. And you'll be able to feel a difference for sure. You want to get it warm or almost hot just to make it sticky. And it's pretty sticky right now. It might be best to clean off the surface, but I didn't. And jam this down in there. Then you can take your heat gun again and heat it up one more time, just to make sure the tape really sets in. And now you want to make sure that you can put your window up. And it goes up. So that was pretty easy. Now we're going to install the top rail. Okay, so now we have a metal rail. We're gonna put the notch on this side again. Take off this tape backing. Use the heat gun on it again. Get it on the actual door frame. And then push up to bend it. Now this is why you might need super glue. And more heat. See if we can get this baby to stick. Now here is where the super glue comes in. Because this is a cheap eBay kit, it doesn't necessarily want to stick the best. So I'm going to do this in parts. I'm going to take the super glue and run it along up here. And then you're gonna hold on to this for a few minutes and make sure it dries. And then we're gonna put super glue on the other end. So now that you applied glue to this area and it's dried, you can now apply glue to this area, which does not want to stay put. And then you really have to hold this here for a couple minutes and let it dry. So this part kind of sucks. Okay, so after holding it for a few minutes and your hand hurting so bad that you want to cry, you can let go. You can add more super glue if you want to make it more sturdy, but I think it's pretty good for right now. And also you can use the heat gun to speed up the process. So now we're going to put the curtain in, and then we'll do the back. Now we're going to install the curtain, and it's got two sides. I think you want the nicer, shinier side facing out like this. It doesn't matter if it's upside down or not. And then there's these little nipple things that you can put. Start with the front. You can put these in the hole of the rail. Just do one at a time.
Well, there you go. That's how you install window curtains. If you want to be a baller like me. I've actually had these on my car for about 4 months now, and I actually do really like them. These are Al Capone's, by the way, my favorite cigar. So, I've had these on my car for a few months now, and they do hinder visibility a little bit. As you can see, when they're bunched up, they do make the B-pillar a little bit bigger, so when you're pulling out of intersections, it hinders your visibility a little bit. Also, when you put the windows down, they kind of flap in the wind. Even if you just crack the windows, they flap really bad. But if you're a baller, you should have air conditioning. And if you're trying to smoke in your car, if you're a baller, you just smoke it out. So really, if you're trying to ball on this budget here, you shouldn't have to put your windows down. Just keep them up, crank the AC, smoke out your car, whatever. So that's not an issue. Like I said, they've been on it for a couple months now. The rails are still sticking. I really like them. People seem to like them. I actually took this car down to Cruise Week for Ocean City because the Supra was broken. And I was getting a lot of compliments on the curtains. People like it. It's not a common thing. I've never seen another car on the road with window curtains, and people seem to like it. It's kind of like, during the summer, it's like a window visor. Like, you put the window visor in your windshield to keep sun out, to keep it cooler. You can close the curtains. That helps. If you're cruising on the highway and you don't want someone to see you, close the curtain. If you, I guess if you're smoking somewhere, you can close the curtain, have some privacy. If you have a significant other in the car, you can close the curtains. They have a lot of uses, and they're pretty awesome. They look cool. I get all kinds of compliments with them, and they're pretty cheap, $50 for the whole car, so I definitely recommend them. If you do like these, go out and get yourself a set of VIP curtains. You can do it on any car, really. It doesn't have to be a luxury car. I mean, it fits a luxury car, but you can do it to a 240, I guess, if you wanted, or I guess, no. I don't think you could do it to a 240, because you have to do this on a car that has an upper door trim. So I guess like on a 240 in Subarus, you couldn't do this. That's important to note. Make sure if you go to do this, your car has an upper door trim thing, because if you don't, then you have nothing to mount it to. So, I hope you enjoyed this episode of Poor Man Mods. Hope maybe you learned something, and go out there and be balling on a budget and get yourself some window curtains, and I'll see you guys next time.